The Bibbulmun Track is the pinnacle hiking experience in Western Australia. The track consists of over 1,000 kilometres of world-class trails and beautifully diverse landscapes. It draws in hikers from across Australia and the rest of the world. Typically those who attempt the Bibbulmun end to end take somewhere between 5 and 8 weeks to finish. My good mate Mackenzie and I decided to challenge ourselves with a 3-week completion time. This is the Bibbulmun Track.
Another day on the trail. Day 13, bro. We're in the teens.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Despite it being cozy and comfortable in our backpackers accommodation in Bibbulmun, we had to get back out on the trails on the morning of day 13. It was another day of showers and storms on the forecast, but to be honest, all the rain made this section of track even more beautiful than it already was. We had walked this section of the Bibbulmun earlier in the year on a test hike, so we were familiar with the terrain and were looking forward to seeing it all again.
Back at beautiful GRIMWADE hut. We have stayed here before on one of our practice runs. This will be the halfway point for our day today though. Heading on to NOGGERUP. 24 k's in, just about that to go. But we'll have a quick break here with the view of this beautiful bushland. Absolutely stunning.
Today was a relatively flat and easy 46 kilometres. We didn't have too many issues besides the rain, but even then the sun came out plenty and we had opportunities to dry off. It did always suck though when we were just about to get to our finishing hut for the day and the rain starts pouring down.
We're so close to our hut and another rainstorm has come over. Wet day today, wet day, but we're almost there. Super keen to get into the hut and get dry. Made it in to NOGGERUP hut, cooking up a feed. Absolutely stunning out here. Hoping that the rain holds off, but it's very cold, so noodles, quinoa, we're stoked. Day 14 begins. We've just left NOGGERUP hut just before 7 a.m. Had a bit of a sleep in this morning. It was cold last night. Very, very cold. Didn't sleep amazingly, but we've got a fairly chill day today, somewhere in the range of 42 to 46 kilometers. Should be 8 or 9 hours of walking today. We've done this section as well on one of our test runs, so looking forward to not too much crazy hills or terrain today. It should be a pretty good day for hiking. Just hoping that it warms up. Let's rock and roll. We're just walking down to our first break at MUMBY pub. Look at this fog in the hills here. Absolutely stunning, wow. About 8 kilometers in, we've reached MUMBY pub, which is sadly closed, but we'll have a little rest stop here and continue on with the day. We got some chairs at least. It's better than we usually get.
Unfortunately, we missed out on having a big pub feed at the MUMBY pub as we passed by before it opened. Regardless, we were looking forward to a home-cooked meal for dinner on the night of day 14. Our endpoint today was close to Brunswick, which is Mackenzie's hometown, and his family was going to host us for a night off the track.
Made it to YABBERUP hut. Yeehaw. Quick break here. It's about the halfway point for the day, 20 k's logged. As always, views are stunning and it's dry, which is sick. Food time, baby.
Today's distance and terrain made for another relatively easy day in comparison to some of the harder days we had done so far. We were to walk past Collie today, which is the biggest town on the Bibbulmun Track. To get into the town centre though is about a 5-kilometre detour off the trail, so we decided to push on as we're getting picked up not too much further past Collie.
We've reached the Collie town site detour path. If you're staying in Collie or if you're going in for a feed, but we're powering on, mate. Almost at the end. We made it. We made it to Patstone Road, which is our end point today. We are very blessed to be getting picked up from this road by Macca's mama. Thanks, mama. And yeah, we got a home cooked meal, a bed, a shower. It's going to be so good tonight. Back on the trail tomorrow though, so I'll enjoy the comforts and then rocking home in the morning, baby.
Thanks to Carrie for spoiling us with a night at her home. It would be the last opportunity we'd get to have a night off the track and get in some proper recovery.
Good morning on day 15 of the Bib. We're into our third and final week hiking all day, every day. We're loving it, not loving this wet weather. In theory, according to the forecast, this will be our last super wet day, so we're excited to get through today and then be dry on the home stretch to Perth. We got our man Josh joining us today. He's come for a day hike out and he'll hike back to the car himself tomorrow. But it'll be good to have some company today. We've got about 46 kilometres on the cards, heading from Patstone Road to, what's our hut tonight?
Our hut tonight is Possum Springs.
Possum Springs hut tonight, so should be a good day, mostly flat again, through some beautiful bushland here around Collie. Had a lovely, lovely night in at Mackenzie's family's house last night. Food, shower, warm bed, so bloody good. But we're on for another wet day on the Bib, baby. Let's do it. Just coming into our first hut stop for the day, Harris River Hut. We're actually triple hutting today, we've figured out. This one's about 13.5 kilometres in, and then we'll hit another one in 15 or so, and then we'll hit the last hut which we're staying at tonight. So I'm going to be skipping a couple, but this spot is beautiful as always. Harris Dam Hut. Absolutely stunning. 13 k's done. What, 30 to go? Not too bad.
It was awesome to have our mate Josh come out to join us on day 15 of the Bib. With fresh legs and a fresh perspective, Josh helped distract us from another long, rainy day on the track.
I see, it's an extension.
Another quick rest stop at YOURDAMUMG hut. Killing it today, boys. Absolutely killing it. We've got 20 odd k's left to our finishing spot, but rain's held off a little bit since our last rest, which has been nice. Chill here for a little bit and on we go.
The rain was sporadic all day, but when it did rain, it poured and we got absolutely drenched. As usual though, the rain really lights up the landscapes along the track, and we spent the day walking through some absolutely beautiful bushlands.
Yeah, buddy, Possum Springs. Good hustle, boys. Made it to our hut for the night. The third hut we've passed through today. Absolutely beautiful here. We've just climbed up a little bit higher than the valley as well, so good view and sweet little fireplace. Luckily for us, the rain has stopped for the last hour or two, so things have piped down weather-wise. Doesn't look great up in the sky, but hopefully we'll have a good night in and rest up. 48 k's done for the day. Super stoked with that. Time to get the packs off.
After another almost 50 kilometres knocked off of the Bibbulmun Track, we set up camp, lit the fire and enjoyed a night in with mates. The weather forecast said there wouldn't be any rain for the next few days, so we're excited for another couple dry days on the trail to knock off a bunch more kilometres.
Day 16 begins. We are leaving Possum Springs campsite. Had a bit of a chilled out morning today. Only 42 or 3 Ks today. Cheeky marathon, but that's a low day for us. So we're excited to get on the road. Should be another day of this kind of landscape, which is absolutely beautiful, but we're keen to get towards Perth, I think. We hit DWELLINGUP the day after today, which is tomorrow, and the day after today, and we'll be good, but onwards we go. Day 16.
We left Josh to hike back to his car as we powered on for another day. Both Mackenzie and I's foot issues had mostly come good at this stage of the hike. My blisters were still causing me some trouble, but every day that we were getting closer to Perth, our motivation was rising and we felt like nothing could stop us.
Just another water crossing. Mac has got the right idea. Parkour.
We spent most of day 16 skirting the Murray River along old four-wheel drive tracks. It wasn't super interesting until we got to the Murray Suspension Bridge.
Just crossing the Murray Bridge, I think.
Yeah,
I think it's this huge suspension bridge that is actually hella wobbly. We're about to get up to our first hut for the day. Just about to tick over 20 Ks, but yeah, it's pretty cool walking across. Not too bad at all. First campsite of the day that we're passing through, DOOKANELLY hut. About 23 Ks in today, and this is essentially our first break. We had a little 5-minute breather earlier, but we're powering through today. Should finish up nice and quick. We're 5 Ks out from the end of the day. Done 37 now. It's a little sprinkle of rain, so we're hoping to get in before getting drenched and hopefully get some dry wood. So hustling a bit, but fingers crossed it doesn't keep raining.
We managed to dodge most of the rain and get into Murray Hut after about 9 hours on trail.
Just made it into our hut. 43 Ks done today. We're at Murray Hut. Beautiful, down by the river. Gonna have my mee goreng and sit by the fire and enjoy the night.
At this point in the trek, we only had about 250 kilometers left until we reached Perth. Every day that we got into our sleeping hut successfully felt like a massive step towards finally completing the Bibbulmun Track. With food and a fire, we enjoyed the company of other hikers at the hut and prepared for our last 5 days on track.
The fire wizard strikes again. Fire, baby. Good morning on day 17 of the Bib. This is our earliest start so far. Me and Mac got up at about 5 AM this morning and we're hiking by 5:20. We've got a big day ahead of us, about 53 kilometers. But we're going through DWELLINGUP today, so excited to meet some friends for lunch, have a little restock, and then yeah, another 50K plus day today. So it's gonna be a long one. But we've started early, so we should have plenty of time. It's very cold. Let's get moving.
We started day 17 well before the sun came up, as we knew it would be a long day on track. Not only were we hiking a massive 55 kilometers today, but we were also going through the town of DWELLINGUP and planned to chill there for a while and have lunch with some friends. The first few hours of our day were brutal and beautiful as we climbed up and down some big hills.
Almost 20 Ks in for the day. Just made it to our first hut. What's this one called, Macca?
This is called,
Can't remember the name of the hut.
no. Yeah, Swamp Oak.
Swamp Oak, that's right. Swamp Oak hut. We've made it here. We're gonna have a quick coffee because we left way too early to make a coffee this morning with everyone sleeping in the hut. And just have 5 or 10 minutes before smashing out the last sort of 13 Ks into DWELLINGUP. We just passed 2 separate groups of hikers that highly recommended the DWELLINGUP pub. So we are stoked for a chicken palmy or a lamb shank or something good. But we'll stop here for a bit and then rock and roll.
As we drank our coffee and hiked the last couple hours into DWELLINGUP, we daydreamed about a good rest and a big juicy palmy.
Almost at DWELLINGUP, a couple kilometers away. So stoked. We've made it to DWELLINGUP. Feels good to be in civilization again. We got an IGA, we got the visitor center, we got the pub. So stoked to get in. It's about 32 kilometers done today. We've still got 20 left at least after our stop in DWELLINGUP, but we'll get a good rest and a good feed in here, which will be bloody awesome. Oh yes. We got our pub feed, Macca.
I gotta get it.
Schnitzels. He's got his brew. So stoked. Get inside me. Alright, we've left DWELLINGUP. A bit sad to leave civilization pretty much for the last time until we get back to Kalamunda.
Honestly.
We feel like we have babies in us at the moment. We ate a lot of food. Calories in, which is sick. We got about 20 Ks of pretty easy walk into our hut tonight to put us at about 53 for the day. We're feeling good. We've got plenty of food. Spirits are high, weather's good. Couldn't ask for much more at the moment. Super stoked.
Feeling very full and refreshed after a great time in DWELLINGUP with mates, we hit the track and followed an old train line for the next 4 hours till we reached our finishing spot for day 17.
Made it to CHADOORA hut. Day 17 in the books. Got the fire going. We knocked out about 54 kilometers today, so pretty much the biggest day we'll have left. Our last day will be about 53, but the next couple of days should be pretty chill. 4 days left all up, which is super exciting. I'm feeling really good. Gonna have a feed and enjoy the fire a bit before doing it all again tomorrow. Rightio.
We sat down by the fire and had breakfast for dinner as we thought about how good it was going to feel in just 4 short days' time to walk through the finish line at Kalamunda. What we didn't realise though is that the Bibbulmun Track over the next 4 days would offer up some of the most brutal terrain we've faced so far.
We did it. We walked 1,000 kilometers in 21 days.